What's going on, everybody? We are back in Small Spaces, and we're going to jump in and work on the Williamsburg studio. So we'll start as a new space. We can kind of read up what's going on here. So we can see here, this is where Ramon and Elena are living. They moved from Mexico City 5 years ago to pursue a career as sound designer. They love their industrial studio. Elena is an artist, and so there's a bunch of things we need to work on in this pretty spacious spot. And this is a pretty nice set of digs. So we need a bedroom, obviously, with double beds. We need a bathroom, which I believe is kind of already designated for us. Yeah, over here through this door. So we got a bathroom in here, and then we need a kitchen. We also have extra wishes for a painting station in the building. So let's go ahead and get started. So last time we did unlock some things here, so we do have the ability to do some painting, change some walls out, which we will look at as we go. They do love their exposed brick, as do I, so we're not going to touch at least the red brick wall. We may mess around with the white brick and the plaster. So why don't we do the bathroom first? We're going to go ahead and turn off walls, and we can also hide the second floor, and we'll raise our elevation a little bit, look down. There we go. So this is our bathroom space. It's very blue, which is a bit wild, but let's go ahead and see what we got for bathroom. So utility is where we're gonna get things like showers, tubs, and all that jazz, and I do think we're gonna go a tub. Let's see what we got for options. I think I want to do like a clawfoot like tub. Yeah, I think we're gonna do one of these tubs here, and I don't hate the blue tile. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. So we might leave the tile alone. So let's see, when you come in the door, you know, I want the tub under the window, I think. Now, it would make more sense for the plumbing all to be like a central stack, so it'd probably be like in this corner, and then we would have like the kitchen stuff on this corner too. We're not going to worry about that level of realism. We're going to say that it's a really nice, wealthy place, and if they want a clawfoot tub, they can have one. Although it's not clawfoot, so do we have one that's actually clawfoot? No, but I like this one, and I don't hate the towel. Although I think it's hilarious that you can probably. Oh, that's just changing the fixtures. We'll leave the black. That's fine. Yeah, we'll leave that. Okay. So we have a tub. We know we need to do a toilet, of course, and a wash basin. So we'll look here. Let's do our options for toilets and basins. Everything's kind of weird. You know what? We are going to move the tub now that I see there are showers. Everything's a little weird. Do we have like dividers? Okay, is this just that's just a freestanding shower stall, so we could put that in. That's just a panel. Okay, so that's a panel where we could hide the toilet if we're gonna make this like a two, you know, useful for two people. If we could do like a solid panel. Interesting. All right, let's move the bathtub. And we'll put it on this wall because I do want to put a shower over it. Or into it, so you can like stand. I don't know why that won't snap. Oh, there's a snap option there. There we go. Maybe? No. Show hide, skip time, just snap to objects. Maybe that will. That's a little off. Whatever. We'll survive. So let's put the bathroom. That's way off. That's wild. There we go. So we'll put the bathtub up against that wall because we're going to go ahead and we're going to add a wall-mounted shower right there. Yeah, so now you have a bathtub and a shower. If we have any like curtains would be good. I don't think we have a curtain set up yet. This is another shower setup. So we could do something like this, but I think instead we're just gonna do the panels. And we'll put some panels down here. And can we change the color or anything with them? No, so it's not really much of a divider. It's really more to keep water from splashing out from the shower. Not ideal. I think later on we'll unlock actual panels, and I think that'll be a little better. Who knew the bathroom would be such a hard thing to get done? All right, we'll leave that there for now. The wash basin and the toilet. Not really great places to, like, for price. I guess I'll put the toilet on this wall. Again, we're ignoring, like, a plumbing stack. What do we got for choices? Yes, this wall mount one here. You don't really want the door to come hit the toilet, but, well, you know, we're gonna park that there. I just want, like, good looking at the toilet. And can you mount? Do we have any mountable, like, toilet paper rolls? We do. That's awesome. Yeah, that's important. It's important stuff. And then we're gonna need a sink, which I'm hoping to put under. I should probably put on this wall. Yeah, I should put it on this wall. Well, it's right when you walk in. I think we'll put it under the sink, or under the window. Alright, so let's find us a... Now we have options. And I do think we want one of these, like, cart-based ones. That's too small. Yeah, I like that. There we go. I'll center that on the window. Nice. And then, you know, now that we have the bathroom technically done, we can always decorate. So we can put a plant over in the corner here to the tub. A little freshness, you know. Let's see what other decor we got. We got all sorts of, like, shampoos and bathroom supplies. So, you know, you can put, like, the toilet brush. Also probably good to have a trash can if we have a little trash can that we can put in there. Always useful in a bathroom. Now let's see. Yoga supplies, books, carpets. No, we're not going to do that. Bathroom mirrors, no. What is that? That's like a soap dish? I think it's a soap dish. Alright, no, we don't want the clutter. We like the look of our bathroom. That's might be a bath. Oh yeah, bath mat's good. Hop out and step on that and dry off. Oh yeah, do we have any maybe towel racks that we can hang a towel off of? We have a towel. Alright, so let's see if we have a rack. There's a rack. Okay. So yeah, we'll put a rack here and we can hang a towel off of that, which I think is great. Lovely. Alright, so this bathroom is kind of coming together. I don't love the walls in here. But I also don't love how I'm flying around like a madman. I think we're gonna leave them alone for now. Well, let's see what we got for options. Brick, terracotta. You know, we're gonna leave it. It's a little much of the samey tile, but we'll leave it for now. And that's a good start. Maybe we want a piece of art on the wall. So we can see if we have any, like, bathroom art. And maybe we need some lights. Yeah, that's always probably a good idea. And maybe the bathroom is a ceiling light situation. I mean, it's awfully intense. Do we have anything? No. I don't mind the pendant. I think we're gonna have to. I think we'll do the recess. Maybe we can dim the light. Let's see here. I want to probably show the ceiling. There we go. Is this a one light situation? Probably is for now, until we unlock better lighting. And we'll move it a little bit more central there. Cool. So if we walk through, we come back into our house and we click walk through. You know, it's getting evening. But this is looking nice. This isn't bad. Again, I don't love the whole everything's tiled, and the light's a bit aggressive, but I think this works. You know, use the restroom, do your thing, wash your hands, get out of here, come in, have a nice luxurious bath, take a shower, get out of here. I can dig that. All right, cool. So we got the bathroom done. So our next step then is let's do the bedroom, which is gonna be up top, because the kitchen I think is gonna be a bit difficult. Alright, so obviously it's a little dark, and if we're decorating this place, we'll probably wait till earlier in the day so we can fast forward time and get us some of that beautiful natural sunlight to come in. Boom, that's lovely. I'll hear the birds even kick in. And let's see what we got options for bedroom, sleeping they call it. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so we know we want a double bed, so we need a bigger space. I still don't think we want anything super clunky. So let's look at what some of our options are. That's too clunky. That's definitely too clunky. Kind of like those built-in shelves on the side of the bed there. So yeah, let's put the bed there. And let's get some decor right from the get-go and put it on the side there. Maybe we'll put some books. Right? Or maybe no, you know, we're gonna put a light. No, we'll put a book because we're gonna put the lights in on the wall. And we'll get another piece of decor here. What else do we put next to it? A little alarm clock, maybe. What other little tchotchkes and things we got? I think it's gonna be a book. They're both good readers, you know. That's good. It's good. Now we can put in some of the wall-mounted lamps on the side of the bed, and I think that's gonna be great. That's awesome. So now you don't need a bedside table. You have your little shelf. You can read your books. I should probably try to get them to be level-ish. Close enough. Okay, so that's great. We do need 2 dressers, and we don't want to be blocking this beautiful window. And I think we can do more than just 2 dressers up here, right? So let's see what else we got for options. So first we need our storage. And so we have low dressers for the most part. His and hers, let's see. Let's look at what our options are. Now these are long, but maybe we do 2 of those side by side. And then that gives us kind of like a nice, yeah, I like this. Now the question is, do we put a blank in the middle, or maybe we try to center them this way, like that? Yeah, I think that works. And again, that gives us lots of knick-knack spots and places we can throw stuff down if we wanted to. I do think we need a nice big old carpet in here. Not that. These all look like outdoor carpets. That is the tiniest little carpet I've ever seen in my life. Now this one's not bad. It's too small though, so let's go ahead and go larger. And let's see here. Do we put it... Do we line it up with the bed? Or do we bring it out to the room? I don't know why there's like a weird little tab on the back. Let's put it there for now. I'm iffy on it actually. Okay, and so again, I think plants make everything look nicer. Decor, we're gonna want some pictures on this wall for sure. So I guess we have a Keaton poster. Now we can do 2. Did we end up putting this one down there? I think we did, so we'll put the big art here. Oh, you know what? And I like things in 3s, so we'll move that there because we have, I believe, a clock. Yeah, nice. Okay, so we got that going. That's starting to be something. What else we got for chairs? I don't want working. Kitchen seating, no. Bathroom seating? Huh, alright. Didn't we have living seating? Yeah, I liked that couch we used last one. So let's see if there's another one that kind of works in this room. Not that. I think that works. Because we're going to need a painting station, so I'm wondering, is that up in the bedroom or is that downstairs? I think it's going to be downstairs. But I think having a chair up here... You know, they don't need a chair. We'll focus on downstairs. I think that's going to be a decent start for a bedroom. Again, we can look at the walls. Do we want an accent wall in the bedroom? Are accent walls still a thing? Lime wash, no. Terracotta, no. Older brick? No. And then drywall we can paint. So do we want one wall that's painted, or do we want to leave? I think we'll leave it alone for now. I don't want to mess too much of colors as we're decorating the place. I think there's gonna be other options that are gonna come up later. Cool, so we got a bathroom going, we got our bedroom going. Oh boy, let's go figure out the kitchen. Okay. So we have in the kitchen, we gotta do stovetops, ovens, and sinks. So if we go to our kitchen tab, we will see that we have storage, and this is gonna be like procedurally generated type of where you can drag it and resize it as needed to kind of spread out your cabinetry. Your cabinetry? Yeah, I think that's right. And then you plop in your ovens and things like that. Now, I do think the fridge is gonna be the most annoying to place in here because a lot of them are really clunky. So I think, which one? I think this blue one is very cute and smallish. So we're gonna put the blue fridge right there. And you want to make sure the fridge can open all the way. So we're gonna change this fridge. We're gonna flip it. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. I thought there was a way to flip. That's what I want. There we go. So that way the door opens this way. Also, is that fridge floating? It might be a little bit. But you know what? Ghost fridge. That's fine. All right. So now the fridge opens out, so you can actually open the door all the way. Real important. A lesson I learned in real life when we renovated our house. That we had to change some plans because we could not open our fridge doors all the way. Lesson learned. All right. Not a massive kitchen, so I think we're gonna find the cabinetry we like. Does this match what we did upstairs, roughly? Yeah, I like this. It kind of is cohesive. Doesn't really matter how you place it. So we're just gonna park that there, and we can grab another one in a moment here. But I do think we're actually gonna do like a corner setup. We could do an island coming off of that. So we're actually gonna park this one there, and we're gonna move this one over there. Cool. So that's our cabinet base, because we don't have any like ceiling mounted cabinets, I don't think. Is there any ceiling one? No, everything's low cabinets, which is fine. All right, so let's find what kind of stove we want. No. Possibly. Yes, I like more of the all black. All right, so we're gonna park our stove here. And we'll get a set of burners. And you know, I'm a big gas burner fan. But let's be honest, in this type of place, it's probably gonna be electric or induction burner. Why does that look like a flippin' solar panel? That looks a little close to what I would expect. Alright, so we got our induction burner. We'll slide that over a little bit more centered on the stove. Nice, okay. So we got our stove. We have our oven. We need to put a sink in, which I think we'll put on this wall. And I like a big sink. And that way we can put it, sure, right there. Yeah, that covers the sink. So that's great. And in terms of decor, we can put like pots and pans and things up. Can we throw like a dirty dish in the sink? Because that's awesome. No, it just sits on top of the sink. That's unfortunate. But let's see what we got here. We probably have like a drying rack and all the cooking tchotchkes. So we are, yeah, well, you know, everyone has these at home, right? Everyone has a thing of spatulas that's just kind of over full and just ridiculously stuffed with things. I know we have at least like 2 of those. So we're gonna grab that. We're gonna go ahead and I keep my Dutch oven on our burner, so we'll keep that there. I would love some upper cabinets, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Lighting, we're gonna do one of these jobbies where I think we'll put, oops, 3 of these across. Now, how do I just clone that? And there. And I need to see walls again, please. There, maybe? We'll do 2 on this wall, too, then. Nice. Okay. Again, they're not exactly level. I'd love like a laser line that I could snap to, but you're getting the idea. Things are coming together. I think we definitely need more clutter, tchotchkes, things in the corner here. We have vases. Look how they keep adding like random things. Yoga supplies. Oh yeah, a cutting board is always useful. Throw that down there. What else we got? That's a bowl of fruit. We'll put that on like a plate. We can keep our dishes stacked up over there. And that's too fancy a coffee. That's more realistic. And we'll set that there. Okay. I also wish we could put some drawer fronts on here so you can see that like it's a pantry area, but I don't. Like this one has dividers, but even that doesn't have drawer fronts. Unless I'm missing them somewhere. Let's see. Do we want an extractor hood? Is that important? I mean, yes. And this one goes up to the ceiling, so we have to go all the way up here, which feels a little high. We'll park that there, and we'll obviously have to move this light then. And I think well, where do I hide the light in it? Just so I can get some light. I don't know if I can do that. Can I hide the light in it? If I turn off... Where's my snapping options here? Yeah, I think now I can put things in there. Oh, there we go. Move with arrows. Yes, there we go. So we can still have a light in our hood. Oh, that's kind of... Okay. Okay, I'm seeing some things, options here. Very cool. Okay, so you can see the light still coming off. If we went to like dark out, our hood would still be doing some illumination, I believe. Now do I have to turn these on? These are very small lights. Yeah, it's not working like I thought it would. That's a bummer. For now, we'll leave our lights a little lower. Now, I think we also, in this kitchen, need some sort of like seating area. So if we can get like an exceptionally small, you know what? Actually, I think we'll put, that's the cooking area for sure. I want a trash can if we have one. So let's see, what was that? That's a toaster? Yeah, we have a toaster. A trash can. My kingdom for a flipping trash can. I know we had them in the bathroom section. That's fine. I do think we want to do some sort of like dinette. So I'm just looking to see what all of our options are here to put like a bar where you can sit. That feels like it's meant to fit there, but that feels too big. So let's look at some of our other table options, maybe in the living area. And we can see how this might work. Do tables. If I half sink that in the wall, that's kind of fun. I think I might move it in a little bit more actually. So we're using the clipping to make custom furniture. This is one where I do think I'll use that move with arrows option. So we got this. Where did I find that? There we go, move with arrows. I think I will also drop it a little bit into the floor. Okay, I think that's good. Yeah, because then what we can do is we can get some chairs like this and park them. And I think I want maybe mismatch. Sometimes that's fun. Yeah. So now you have a place to sit down and eat, and you know, have your breakfast, have your lunch. It'll be good times for all. All right, so we got that going. So now what we need, well, let's show our walls again. So what we need is really, I gotta get better at these controls. What we need is the whole living area and her painting corner. And so this is where I do think we could have some big chunky couches if we wanted to. I don't know if we need like a full sectional. That seems a bit much. But that It's not awful. How's the door open? Yeah, the door opens. You can come in, have some nice seating. Yes, it's facing the bathroom, which is not ideal, so we're actually going to move that. I wish I could move the bathroom doors. And it still is a little chunky for this space. So we're going to delete that. Let's see what other options we got here for sofas. I don't want to keep leaning on this, but I love this chair. And I guess the hardest part is how do we make this space usable as a, we need a hallway up to the, we need to be able to get up the stairs. But this is a big open area. I think we're gonna move her painting supplies corner in here. So let's find a table we like for the corner for her paint. And so for that, I don't want just painting supplies, right? We want also art, technology, instruments, yoga, books, carpets, pillows. Let's see, do we have something called painting supply? Actually, there's more art here. TVs, missed, painting supplies. Okay. Lovely. So we got a painting table. So she might want to look out the window, right? So maybe we have painting. Let's see what we have. We have a big easel. Okay. This is going to help us because it's so big. We have to figure out where we're putting this sucker. That is flipping huge. And again, maybe she wants the windows as inspiration. And so she'll have her big easel with her supplies here. We're going to turn this into a zone in a moment here. We'll put that there. We can actually think I think we can throw. So there's a blank canvas. But I'm going to make it look like she's working on a real painting. So I think we're going to go ahead and grab decor as well and see some of these other paintings and see if we can just kind of throw it over the blank canvas. Yeah, maybe that's what she's working on. She'll obviously need a tall seat, but maybe more of a bench. So let's look at our kitchen benches and see what we have for options there. And I do want to throw down a rug just to make this feel like it's its own area. So if we go to our decor, obviously we know kitchen. Oh, I guess we do. That feels like it matches the painting. And yes, I know a rug or a carpet makes no sense under your crafting zone. But I don't care if it makes sense. I think this is fun. And it makes it feel like a more intentional space to me. Alright, so she has her painting corner. So really, this is our wasted space. So I do think we need something in here. And what we're gonna do, let's put our couch. We are gonna get one, and we'll throw that on the back wall here. And let's see here, living, seating. We will find a couch we like. That's not. Ugh. Why are they all so massive? This is like the least massive. So that's gonna go right there. And that way, you know, you can sit and watch her paint, and then kind of have a conversation. And I do think we're gonna put a couple chairs over here. Again, we're making seating areas. I don't love blocking the doors, and it's weird to be like centered on the bathroom. So I think what we'll do is one of these type of situations where we park that there, and we copy that and park that there. This is now starting to look very much like a room in my house. We'll get a big old floor lamp in the back corner here. It will go behind the chair. It'll go on the floor. We'll have to move the chair out of the way. Whoa, that rotated weird. So let's move the chair first out of the way. Shove the floor lamp in the corner. Move the chair back. Love to see it. We'll kind of center them on this window, and then we'll get a little table, some little cozy little. That's massive. I guess more of a coffee table. I would love more of these soon, hopefully. And we'll put when in doubt. That's actually not awful. That's by the window too, so it makes sense. Put a plant there, and if it's like my house, you're gonna shove books underneath any surface you can get. So let's kind of throw a pile of books in there. And again, if we're doing the rug thing to kind of set up zones, I think we could throw down a bunch of rugs, and that kind of just makes us ooh. Ooh, I like this rug. That's kind of fun. The door is a conundrum, and in some ways I'm just ignoring it completely. But that is a fun rug. You know, actually, can I shrink the rug a little? Let's see, scale down. Do I like that shrunk down, or should I just say, you know what, forget it, embrace the door being the issue, and scale it up? Yeah, that way it's kind of like you walk in, you have a seating area right when you walk in. That's too much. That's too much. I do really like that rug, so we're gonna get rid of this gray one. Or actually, maybe that's what. Maybe we'll switch the rugs. Let's switch them. And we'll shrink this one back down again for sure. Make it the width of the couch. I do think that's really fun, so we'll park that there. And this one I think we can use, and just rotate that. And yeah, some of this we may be clipping out of the house. I'm okay with that because we're not going to see it. The decorating is inside the house. The decorating is the friends we made along the way. All right. We're gonna move that over a little bit. And this is a place where panels would really help break this up. If we had a panel here to make this like our own private room, I think it'd be great. However, that said, and this is an artist house, so we do need to throw more art on the walls, even if it's repeats for now. That's what she's working on. That's too much for a repeat. We'll park that there. I want round art. I want something round or oval to go up there, which we don't have. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to do the same piece. I can't rotate it? Really? Interesting. We're going to do a triptych of the same piece going up the wall. That's fun and weird. We'll move it though a little bit. So there. 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 Okay. Cool. Well, let's walk around, because I think this was a good episode. We got a lot done, and this place is fun. Again, I don't love the bathroom door being here. I kind of wish the bathroom door was right here. But you can come in, you have a couch, you can do your art, look out your windows, nice little cozy seating area, come to the kitchen, lots of room to make all your food, get into your fridge, and then you have a little dinette area here. And you go up the stairs to your lovely bedroom. So it's still a lot of plain Jane. Like, I would love like a big tapestry or some really big ridiculous art to put here on this wall, but overall I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. Feel free to do the like, subscribe, all the normal YouTube things, and we'll catch you on the flip side. As always, have a good one. See y'all later. Bye.